Welcome back to the mat. You are going to need dumbbells and a ball for some modifications today for our fusion class. We're going to get right into it. Sitting, rooting the sit bones down into the mat here. Hands are going to come to your rib cage. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through nose or mouth. We're going to move right into it. So you can go ahead and grab that ball. You can place it underneath your right foot, and then you're going to walk it back and prop yourself up onto your forearms here. Feet are hip width, toes are flexed up to the ceiling, and both knees are bent. Tuck the hips up to the rib cage. So we're finding a nice pelvic tilt here. Let's release that and do a couple more. Exhale to tuck. Inhale to release. Notice how that ball rolls a little bit just naturally underneath your heels as you go. Keep the chest lifted. Hold that tuck. And now extend the leg and bend. So starting to wake up the hamstrings here a little bit right away. Still using our core, driving hips up to the rib cage. On your next one, hold the leg straight, find a little press down and release. Press, release. I'm using these muscles right next to the base of my seat, behind my thigh, waking them up. That's also going to take some of the pressure out of our hip flexors, which is a really good thing, especially if you are a postpartum mama. But really good for anyone. 2 and 1. Awesome. From here, we switch right away. So we bring that ball underneath the other heel, flex the toes, retuck the hips. We extend and we bend. Great opportunity to really press all 10 fingers into the mat. Be aware of your pelvis. Try to keep it nice and still and quiet. And we hold the leg out. Press and release. Goal is not necessarily to squish the ball. It's more about engaging through the backside of the leg, through the base of the seat. Awesome. All right, now we're going to bring both heels underneath that ball. Legs are going to go long. We rest all the way down. We're going to reach the arms up, up, up. Biceps by the ears. But as soon as you feel a little bit of arching in the back, we want to make sure that we lift the arms higher. So the goal is to bring the arms all the way down to the mat. But as you can see with my own body and proportions, that's not actually possible for me. So I'm still pulling abs in and down to the mat. So from here, we exhale to roll up, reaching the arms forward. Use momentum. Come all the way forward. Find 3 pulses at the top. And then we roll all the way back down. Now, if you're already like, oh my gosh, Caroline, I cannot do that. My core is not strong enough for that. That is okay. You can do a couple different things instead. You could just do a chest lift here, where you curl up, little Pilates crunch, and you come back down. That is a great option for building core strength and endurance. So that's a good one. If you're like, I feel like I could do something a little bit more challenging than that, I just can't quite do the roll up. You could always bend your knees, lose that ball, hold underneath the thighs, and use the upper body to assist you in that Pilates sit-up. So choose which one works best for you. We're going to do a few more here. If you're going for that full roll up, we're doing pulses. If you're doing a modification, no need for pulses here. Last one, and we'll stay up for a moment. All right, moving right into the next thing. This is called a jackknife sit-up. So we're going to grab that ball. We're going to bring our feet a little bit wider than our hips. So think near the width of the mat. I lied. We're not going to do jackknife yet. We're going to do saw first. So holding on to that ball in between our hands, we're going to lift up and squeeze, 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 lengthening through the spine. Big inhale. Now, as we twist, we take an inhale. On the exhale, we untwist. We take it to the other side. So we're just starting with a little spine twist here. Just starting to wake up the obliques, gently moving side to side. If you're a toddler mom, you're going to feel this from carrying baby on your hips all the time. All right, now keeping that ball in the left hand, you reach over for your right ankle. Right arm reaches behind you. Find 3 pulses. Come up, switch the grip, take it to the other side. Now we're in full saw, reaching past opposite ankle, finding a pulse, that abdominal contraction here. Just one more each way. Last one. All right, now we're in for it with that jackknife sit-up. So we're laying all the way back down. Ball is in the left hand here. Right arm is going to come down by your side. It can even come off of the mat if needed. Now, this is a big one. So if you struggle with roll-up, I'm going to give you a modification here in a second. You exhale, kick the right leg up, reach the ball to the foot. You lower back down on the inhale. Put that on repeat, just to one side right now. No alternating. If you're like, help, here's your modification. Bring the right knee up to the chest in tabletop. Press the left hand into the ball. Exhale, chest lift, rotating slightly through the upper body, through the spine, so that you're looking over your right shoulder. Inhale to lower down. Still fire, by the way. Let's keep going for just a couple more on this side. Last one. Beautiful. Other side right away. So, exhaling to sit up, inhale down. The beauty of this is that you're using that hand that's on the floor as leverage here the whole time. Let's go for about 3 more here. Great also for building up to a teaser, by the way, if that's something that you're working on. Last 2. Last 1. Whew, okay, we're setting that ball off to the side. Please don't roll. Okay. And we're going to cross our ankles and come all the way into a straight arm plank. Hands are a little bit wider than the shoulders, but underneath. Shoulders are over the wrists. Soft bend in the elbows. Feet hip width. Tuck the hips under. Gaze past the fingertips. Broken down mountain climbers. We pull the right knee in, step back, left knee in, step back. Meant to get your heart rate elevated here a touch. This is where that fusion aspect comes in. We're including some cardio elements, some strength training elements in the mat Pilates repertoire so that you can rebuild that strength postpartum. Couple more. And lose some weight, if that's one of your goals. All right, we take it back into a child's pose. Heart down. Take a breath. Yeah? Okay. Now that the heart rate has been super elevated, we're going to move into a little bit of chest work next. So we're walking it back out into that plank. Bring your hands right underneath your shoulders though this time. You can stay down on your knees if needed for this. And I'm going to scooch just away from that wall because I'm about to hit my head. Tricep push-ups. So we bend the elbows by the rib cage. We press back up. Inhale down. Exhale, push. Talk about blood pumping, heart rate elevated. This is it right here. We got about 4 left. You got this. If you need to rest, that's okay. Here's 2. Whew, last one. Hello, backs of arms. Shake it out, turn around, and grab your weights. We're gonna lay all the way down on the mat. Really no rest involved. We just keep it moving. That's what I'm known for. Arms are gonna reach all the way up to the ceiling here. Spreading all 10 toes down on the mat. You exhale to drive the hips up. Inhale to lower down. You got a couple more like that. Just holding the arms nice and stationary here, pulling the shoulders down the back. Last two. Hold it up here. We open the arms for hug a tree as the hips lower, the arms close. So hips go up, arms open, hips lower, arms close. If you're like, oh my gosh, that's too much for my brain, don't worry about it, boo. Just do your best. It's not about perfection. It's just about showing up and giving it your best effort. Trust me, you can reach any fitness goal without being 100% perfect, as long as you're consistent. Last two. Last one. Awesome. Bring the hips down for a second. Now, you can keep just one weight, or you can bring both weights into one hand. Some of that is just going to depend on how heavy your weights are and how much weight you can lift. Elbow is glued in by the side, palm is facing inward. You're going to flip your palm to face you, press it all the way up to the ceiling. Flip the palm to face away, pull the elbow wide just underneath the shoulder line. This is a corkscrew chest press, which, if you kind of think about it, we are twisting that wine bottle open. Hence the name corkscrew, not to be confused with your corkscrew exercise in classical mat Pilates, but it's a very similar concept here. And if it's too heavy, remember you can always drop down to one weight. What you should be doing with the opposite side of the body right now is really pressing that hand firmly into the mat here. Good, last two. Hello. Last one. Oh, I feel that burn. I feel that shake. I'm gonna drop one weight. I'm gonna reach the arm back up to the ceiling. Palm is facing in here. If you want a little bit of bonus work for your glutes and your core, you can come back up into a bridge. Just make sure that we're not arching through our lower back and putting all of that pressure there. So really drive hips upward to your rib cage. We bend the elbow, weight comes by the ear, you extend back up. It's a skull crusher here. Getting back into the triceps because I didn't give you enough tricep work earlier with those push-ups. Keep going. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, use those glutes, hello. Last one. Amazing. Hips come back down. We reach back for both weights if we did it on the other side. No cheating. You know if you did it. You know you. Palms face you. You press up. Flip the palm away. Lower the elbow down. Hug it in. Palm faces you. Flip it away. Lower the elbow down. Keep going. So this is where you've really got to pull the hip down, the shoulder down on the opposite side of the body to keep everything pressed down into the mat. Y'all, this gets heavy. I have 10 pounds in my hand and I am shaking. It's good for us. We got a couple more here. Last big one, you can do it. Beautiful. Set one weight off to the side. Other arm goes back up. Option to bring those hips back up. We bend for our skull crusher and we extend. Palm stays facing inward the whole time. We're trying to keep the elbow as still and quiet as possible. That's our hinge right now. That's our anchor point that we're moving from to hit up the backside of the arm. Entire backside of the body is working though, especially if you're up in that bridge. We go for 4. We go for 3, 2, and 1. Y'all, amazing. All right, set that weight off to the side in front of you. We're gonna roll onto our side body here. So on your left side, if you can, prop your head up and clasp your hands behind your back, bending at your elbow joint. Now, if that really just does not feel right for you, you can always lay all the way down instead. And also, if you need that top hand to give you leverage, you can always press it into the mat if needed. Right leg comes up, flex your left toes and push them into the mat or the floor. Now, my feet are slightly in front of my hips here. We kick forward and we take it back, trying to stabilize through the hips here as much as possible. Bring the heels together. We point the toes up to the ceiling. We flex back down. Point and flex. Can you lift up out of that bottom oblique? So much mind-body connection today. Hello. Bring it forward, up, and lost my balance there, and around. Even Pilates instructors make mistakes. Reverse it, take it back and around. Trying to move at an actual, pretty decent clip here. Beautiful. Stop. We're going to switch over to the other side. Sometimes we tend to take things too slow, which is good in Pilates, but we want to actually challenge our core stability. So speeding it up a touch can be really beneficial for us. Okay, flexing the bottom toes, top leg is parallel, 2 kicks forward, 2 kicks behind. Try not to kick the wall or for any furniture. Beauty of working out from home, right? I will say, however, being a reformer instructor at a studio is not much better there because you're just kicking reformers left and right and chairs and everything else in your way. Good. Heels together. Point up, flex down. Press the head back into the hands, get the chin off of the chest. We're taking it into those circles. Be mindful. Up and around. Heels back together. One more this way. Try to keep that top hip forward. There we go. Almost done. Hello. Hello, glutes. Hello, obliques. And you are out. Whew. Okay. We're not done yet. Grab one weight. You're going to come into a side plank here. Top foot is forward staggered. We pull it up to the shoulder and back down. Upright rows. Working the side body even further. Hold it up. If you can, reach it all the way up to the ceiling. Drive those hips up. You hold. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it all the way down. Flip it over to the other side. Don't forget that weight. You need it. Top foot forward, hips up, we pull and we reach down. On the next one, hold it up. Arm reaches all the way up, open through the chest, press the head back. You hold 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Make your way up to a high kneeling position, knees right underneath the hips, feet directly behind you, and your arms down by your sides. Pull those shoulders down the back. We take our weights in front of us with straight arms, we lower down, and then we open out to the side. So now we're really getting into our shoulders here. And this never gets easier. It just really doesn't. Even with 5-pound weights, I'm already feeling it. Working all those little muscles and big muscles in your shoulder girdle. You've got a couple more sets. You can do this. Try to avoid swinging, grow tall. Last one. Awesome. From here, we bend the arms. Palms are up. Elbows are glued in by the side. Newspaper. We open and we close. Think about squeezing shoulder blades together behind you. Hold it open, serve it out, pull it in, close it in. This is the final thing we'll do, a 4-part combo here. Last 2. And last 1. Whew, shake that out. We are in the home stretch now. You're gonna make your way back into a plank position on the mat, one weight in each hand. Walk your feet wider than your hips behind you. If you need to drop down to your knees, that is a-okay. You can just hold a stationary plank here. If you're ready to level up, left hand reaches for the right ankle. You come back through, and then you switch to the other side. So if you remember our saw and jackknife from earlier, it's kind of the same concept here, right? Here's your jackknife sit-up almost, but reversed. From here, we pause. We take it into a weighted frog burpee. So you step right, left, stand kind of in a sumo squat. Take it back, right, left, then reverse it. Left, right, up, down, left, and right. You can speed this up a little bit. You can add a bicep curl at the top of that squat. Purpose is to get your heart rate lifted, blood pumping. I want you to finish off today strong, feeling like you got a killer workout in. Remember, if you have options, you can always step back to the knees. You could stay here in a squat and do bicep curls if you have to. Last 2. Crank it out, y'all. Last one. Whew. Amazing work. You can ditch those weights. We are done with those. Go ahead and make your way back to a seated position on the mat here. Bring your right arm across your chest. Hook it with your left elbow. Let the heart rate come down. Recenter yourself. Bring awareness back to your breath. We bring that hand in between the shoulder blades. Press the left hand into it. Take a side bend up and over to your left. Hello, obliques. They worked a lot today as well. Let's give them some love. Back through center. We switch it out to the other side. Hand between the shoulder blades again. Big dip up and over. Back through center. You clasp your hands. You open up through the chest. Pull the heart forward, forward, forward. Maybe even look up to the ceiling. Beautiful. You pivot towards the front edge of that mat. Shell pose. So we drive the hips up. We round and we reach the arms forward. You can start to pull the tailbone down. Stay rounded. Bring it forward here. Come all the way down onto your backside. Legs go up to the ceiling. You can flex the feet here. Feel that gentle stretch down the backside of the legs. Try to pull the hips down though. That's going to help you get a longer stretch all the way through the hamstrings, through the calves. And then bend the knees into the chest. Hold on to the inside or outside edges of the feet or even the toes. You can rock side to side here, feeling that stretch through the inner thighs. Bring the heels together, hold on to the shins. Think rolling like a ball, use momentum. Chin to chest, you roll all the way up and you give yourself a huge round of applause. You made it. I will see you next time on the mat.